Hello, welcome to season 2, episode 39 of Image Bearers. I'm so excited to have on the program today my awesome sister, Helen Granskog. She's in Vermont. And as we close out the year, I wanted to have her on to share about her planner slash goal setting slash growth book. And she'll kind of get into that in more detail. So I think as we close out the year, people are deciding kind of what planners they should use for 2021. And I wanted to definitely have her on to be able to share kind of what she's put together. So again, Helen is, as I said, my sister. She's also a wellness coach and also a certified personal trainer. So this isn't just someone who just woke up and put a book together. She definitely comes with some expertise. So go ahead and take it away.
Okay, well, thank you, Tom. I really appreciate this opportunity just to share with you and to share with all of your listeners, just something that I'm excited about as the new year goes on, something that I will be using and have been working on for the last couple of years. So what I have is, it's the Cultivate Your Great Planner. And I'm going to go through and actually share my screen so you and your listeners can get an in-depth view of what it looks like. It's a planner. It's a 3-month planner. It's sizable, but because of, as you'll see in a few minutes, the kind of things you're going to go through, it definitely is worth it and it warrants that. And it's a 3-month goal setting program. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we'll dive into some of the content. Okay, so again, like I said, it's a 3-month undated planner, and you can outline your months as you desire there. So you can start this at any time during the year, and you have 3 months worth of it. It starts out with your 90-day goal system, and we're looking at what you want to accomplish during the 90 days. Again, breaking our year up into those 90 days, really making it a manageable piece of the year, a manageable amount of time to navigate. And I just want to draw your attention to the push goal. I think so many times we think about having a goal and we look at just this big goal, but we don't always break it down into smaller pieces. Well, the push goal is that one particular goal that once accomplished will make everything else that much easier. And whether that's making a certain amount of money, maybe that's acquiring a certain amount of time, maybe that's getting an additional support team. Once that particular goal is reached, then it makes everything else easier. And so that's built in there just to really help us think through things on a deeper level. And then we also look at developing habits, because I really do believe strongly that habits help to drive our activity and our growth and our goals on a day-to-day basis. And so once we've looked at the 90-day piece, then we look at our month and we start breaking it down 1 month at a time. And so we have our goals for the month. And all of these goals for the month really feed into our 90-day goals. And a lot of times, again, our habits drive our behavior, and our behavior lead to our goals and what we want to accomplish on a quarterly and an annual basis. So this really helps you to identify what that one goal is that you want to accomplish during the month, really thinking through and creating a plan. So many times we have a goal, but we don't go through the next step to actually write it down and then create a plan. So this gives you the framework, this gives you the space to think that through, and then hold yourself accountable with a checklist, really being able to keep that streak going on a regular basis throughout the course of the month. And a lot of this so much is really allowing you to not only reach your goal, but also look at what you need to do as a person, how you need to grow and what you need to evolve into in order to reach your goal. Because a lot of times we start out with our goal and we want to challenge ourselves. And so the person who writes the goal isn't always the person who we need to be in order to reach the goal. And so this planner has that built into it, as you'll see. Here, this next section allows you to really learn from the week before. It's so important as we look to move forward and grow to take time to reflect back and really look at our wins, celebrate our accomplishments, learn the lessons that we need to learn from the previous week, understand where we can grow, and then look ahead and create goals for the following week. And not only goals, but really break them down into action steps that are necessary in order to achieve that. You have the weekly schedule, so you can itemize your week and really have your weekly plans laid out on a day-to-day basis, taking your weekly goals and breaking them up and assigning them to each different days of the week. So you don't live off of a list, you're able to assign your goals to a specific day of the week. And then within each day of the week, we really, again, that internal piece, creating your to-do list for the day, feeding back onto your goals for the week. And there's a piece in here where I say, look at things that you don't want to do. I think a lot of times we can look at what we want to do, but so many times it's helpful to look at what we don't want to do. And that might be if you're looking to lose weight, you don't want to eat that extra snack. You don't want to have that extra serving. You don't want to push yourself and get less sleep. So it's that intention about doing what's going to serve you by looking at what you don't want to do. For me, I love quotes in scripture. So this is an area where you can really write down quotes and scriptures that can help direct your thinking. Again, help you to move forward in a positive mindset, help you to be grounded spiritually, and help you to be grounded in a growth mindset. And part of the reflective piece, again, is just being able to look back at our day and look for ways we want to be forgiven. Look for ways that we can grow. Look for ways that we want to become the best versions of ourselves and really connect with our relationship with God. And this is where that forgiveness comes in, and really coming in contact and understanding the sin that we have in our lives. Again, that reflective piece that is so helpful for us to really be able to move forward. Then we have the wins and accomplishments. This is built in specifically because so many times at the end of the day, one bad incident can, in our mindset, create a bad day. But when we sit back at the end of the day and we reflect on our wins and accomplishments, we can see that that was a one-time event in an otherwise phenomenal day. So this helps to reshape our perspective, to really understand that our life is awesome. We can look back and see the wins, see the victories, see the accomplishments, and recognize that one incident does not define an entire day. One incident does not define an entire life. And then also with that is taking some time to learn and grow and understand what that day helped us to understand, really looking at how we can learn things from each day. There are little nuggets that we can learn about ourselves, learn about our interactions with other people, or learn about our behavior. And so this is a time to really reflect on that, taking time to review the current day and make changes, intentional changes for the future. And then gratitude is just a huge piece of, again, that perspective, being grateful for what we have. And I think so much, especially with, kind of 2020 and as we head into 2021, we can have a very negative perspective about things. But when we take some time and just write down 3 things we're grateful for, it changes our whole attitude, our whole mindset. So that is a great practice to really build in to the day. And then here's your schedule, where again, you can break things down into your daily schedule, really helping you to maximize your time during the course of the day, to really be efficient and get the most done. And here we have some time, again, part of that growth piece is really that time to jot down things learned when we have our special times with God on a daily basis. Whatever time you tend to do that, for me, it's so helpful to really write down the things we're learning, write down the things that we're understanding from scripture so that we can internalize them and they can really help shape us as we go forward. And then finally, we also have an area for creativity, for art and journaling. Another area just to help you to have some creative expression. For me, I like to journal during the course of the day and also have some time for artwork. And so this is an area where you can doodle. You can create just whatever it is that inspires you, an outlet for you. I think so many times we may have multiple journals to do these different things, but here you have within one journal the opportunity to really work on reaching your goal and really becoming the best version of you, but also having an outlet, having an opportunity to be creative, having an opportunity to do the reflective piece that we might not otherwise have had the opportunity to do. So this is really kind of the system that's been designed to really help us to grow. So much of this came from my experience as a journaler and someone who is a goal setter and really wants to accomplish great things. And in my years, probably about 2 decades now or more of having planners, I felt like I was always modifying things, and I was tired of modifying things to meet my needs. So I created this, and for me, it's been really helpful to take things to the next level and really push me and really force me to think through things and not just come up with an idea and then not have a plan to execute. And so the Cultivate the Great Planner has really been helpful for me. I'm really excited to use it personally this year. Now that I have a published version, it can be purchased on Amazon, and it's available for $14.99. And actually, really, given the content and given really it's several journals in one, it actually is valued more like 20 or above dollars for what you're getting. And then also, if you let me know, and you can connect to me through Otoma. But if I'm happy to give all of my my customers a bookmark, and then some of the proceeds will also go towards a charity to really help it be something that supports more than just the individual. So that's really kind of the planner in a nutshell. I don't know if you have any questions, Otoma, or any clarification you want me to make.
Yeah, no, I love the fact that it's not just a journal or a diary, but it's also got elements of growth that has been included in it, as well as reflections, whether it's including scripture, quotes, and then an opportunity to reflect on what's gone well, the gratitude section that you mentioned. So I definitely appreciate you going through it. What I'll do is I'll include a link to to Amazon for your journal. You said $14.99 plus shipping,
Mm-hmm.
depending on people have Prime or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you very much. I do definitely believe that as every new year comes up, people don't want to just make resolutions that they just kind of, the die on the vine, so to speak. They really
Right.
want to accomplish, those goals. So I definitely appreciate what you put together. So thank you again for coming on the show. For those of you that joined us as you're finishing out the year, depending on when you're watching this, I definitely hope you'll look into what my sister put together. Seems like a very robust journal that has definitely more than one aspect. I know my copy is in the mail. Like I said, I'll put the information in the notes. If you enjoyed this episode, definitely please click like and consider subscribing. Have a great rest of 2020 and see everyone on the other side. Thank you.
Thank you.